what's going on my LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube peeps. It's Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady over at Let's Talk Strategies. As always, I'm extremely excited to come here and share good information with you all to literally help you take your business from that place of overwhelm to literally putting it on what I consider rinse and repeat, right? Because that's what it's about. It's all about owning and operating a business with ease, in my opinion. And today we've been kind of talking about, well, today we're actually going to talk about something that I believe is really, really important. As always, all our topics has been important. We are actually on day 16, y'all, and I'm excited about that. I'm pushing forward with God's grace, mercy, and strength to hang out with you all for 61 days. So we are on day 16 of the strategic leadership mastery series. But these last couple days, it'll be a total of 4 days total. We have an actual series within a series that I'm working on. So the normal series is the strategic leadership mastery series, but I decided to take on a series within a series because I've been working since last week with two specific clients who really, really, truly needed some clarity in certain areas. And those areas was as we take them from that phase of, what do you call it? Thanks, hon. As we take them from that phase of going from strategy to implementation, there still was some struggles with that thing called lead gen. We touched base on that the other day. And then we went through lead conversion. Now, this series within a series today, we're going to kind of talk about some customer acquisition. I really truly believe it's something that we need to do as leaders to find and have that success. Thanks so much for joining me, BBB Coaching Consulting over at IG. Please feel free to comment, share your insights. This is an interactive series that I'm doing. My whole goal is to help you leave with some value, some things that you can truly take action on in your business on a day-to-day basis. If you're or basis, I always say base, but basis. If you're just now joining, you're not familiar with who I am. My name is Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady. And I live at one of my favorite places. This is the name of my business. Let's talk strategies.com. Go over there and check that out. Just in case there's some things that you think you might need, I'm sure I can assist you through it. If you are not one of those ones that desire to leave comments in the comments section, but you do want to communicate, feel free to join us, y'all, in our community, the Get Your Sass On community. The way that you can join that community is by visiting GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. I'm going to say a challenge. GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. Always excited to have you join me there. We're going to go ahead, y'all, and get busy because I'd like to only keep you at least 30 minutes or less, if at all possible. So on day 16 here today, we are going to be touching on a way that we can focus and sharpen some other critical business skills, and that's customer acquisition. So for my female CEOs, consultants, and service providers, if you hadn't grabbed your sheet of paper, a pen, and a pencil, make sure you grab it because I promise on a consistent basis that I will give you something that you can take and implement and leverage and move forward effective immediately in your business. Now, in my opinion, customer acquisition is something that allows you to kind of lay a foundation for lasting relationships, right? It's that thing that's going to help you propel your business to the next level. Before we dive into the strategy side of it, I want to talk to you about the importance of understanding that you need to create some type of welcoming entry point for your customers, some kind of way for them to feel that they're welcome and that they're not just a number. So if you don't have a welcoming entry point, that's food for thought. Is something for you to think about. Because I'm going to tell you, it's the heartbeat of your business. It really is. It's that thing that continues to or allows them to feel like they want to keep coming back. They're not just a number, right? We went from lead gen to lead conversion. Now, this is the acquisition side. This is that building a rapport. This is that interactive side that you need to keep going so they can feel and have that when you're developing that what do they call it? That know, like, and trust type factor. You really truly are. So I want you to reflect on making sure that you have a point or some sort of way where you are communicating consistently with them and you're leveraging because now we've gone through lead gen and through lead conversion. You got them now, right? So now that you got them, how are you communicating with them? What strategies or techniques have you employed that hold or have a significant impact that make that customer know, hey, they care, she cares. It's not just about her, it is about me. So that's something for you to think about. Reflect on your customer acquisition, journey. If you don't have one, you need to get one. I'm going to share some tips with you shortly on what it is that you need to do, or provide tips and ideas. I always do that for you all so that you can move forward and test these things out, right? So I want to share some things that just to give you some key points of my journey on this customer acquisition mode for my particular audience. How I ensure that my offerings and everything that I do align with their needs and their desires. So I'm going to paint a picture for you, try to make it as quick as possible. As a business systems and strategist, my whole goal is to help you that's successful. I'm always going to call you successful, whether you have a client or not. You are successful. We got to trust and believe. Y'all, I'm sweating like crazy already. But my goal is to help that successful female CEO, whether you're a coach, consultant, or service provider, truly streamline and scale her business because it's all about business growth, right? In the midst of me doing this with at least two most recent clients, I thoroughly realized that they were overwhelmed. And this is why I use my process, the 4-step process, which is SaaS, simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline. But there were still so many different levels that they were struggling in. So I had to get them from that place of overwhelm so that we can get them to the point of putting their business on rinse and repeat, get them to think strategically as they walk through, help them with some sort of roadmap that they can become and be more efficient and sustain that business success that they desire to have. So what I normally do to keep that thing going, building that relationship, is I craft a personalized journey for them, right? One, again, starting with simplification. Why? Because nobody wants to be all, and it operate in the most complex way, especially when you deal with strategies and systems and processes. It's that one thing that business owners tend to run from, but it is the very thing that you need in order to succeed in your business. So I work with them through simplifying things, shaking off a lot of that complex stuff, AKA complexities in their processes, right? I work with them through managing certain tasks so that they can move forth with clarity. Clarity is going to be extremely important for you to be successful in your business. If I come to you and I ask you, what do you do? And you start giving me a long, drawn out story, you're not clear. You need to be able to go, boop. You need to be able to say, hey, I worked with overwhelmed 6 and 7 figure female CEOs to go from overwhelmed to putting their business on rinse and repeat. And I do this using my 4-step framework, which is simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline your business. I help them get their SaaS on In a nutshell, I work with them from strategy to implementation. I can tell you what I'm doing because I got clarity. I'm clear on it. And the more clear you get, the more you can make sure that you don't operate in the sense of overwhelm and too complex. I love things to be simple. Okay. Now, what I've done with some of my clients, again, after I've acquired them, after we get them clear, I work with them on the importance of automating things, making sure that they have the right tools, and I guide them. And for the most part, my guidance is pretty seamless, right? Through all of the crucial aspects for their business. Why do I do that? Because my goal also, if we simplify and automate, systematize, and streamline, it's going to give you back valuable hours to your day, because I believe that systemization is definitely also a backbone of your operations, your business operations. It needs to be as simple as possible. And although you may deal with a lot of meticulous type situations and things, you need to look at it in its most meticulous way, your planning, your implementation, to see how you can develop, I guess if I would say, like a better words, a robust system that will ensure consistency and reliability, because that's what we need. And then I do that coupled with strategic streamlining to make their business more agile, e- easy, scalable, responsive, and ready for growth. That's how I work with them, to help them understand the easiest ways to implement so they can continue to walk through and have that business success that they really truly need to have. Once I do that, y'all, I take them from that point, and most of my clients, once they get clear and have the clarity, then they get into, I don't know what systems to use. I've got Dubsado, I've got Asana, I've got ClickFunnels, I've got Kartra, I've got all these different things. And because I'm well skilled in those areas, I can help them with that. But what I like to do also is to help them streamline a lot more easier so they can flow well with their operation. So I implemented, with God's help and guidance, and created another portion to combine with my services, which is digital CEO systems. You see how I'm pairing things up? As I acquired this customer, I can help you with this. And after I help you with this, I can move you on to this. So digital CEO systems also helps them because now they can do things effortlessly, put a tongue tied, in one particular system. Digital CEO systems is a system where I partnered with Go High Level. And I literally help them go from that overwhelmed state of mind, putting the business on rinse and repeat by having a roadmap. We have one place where the CRM is. We can build out sales funnels. We can build out different things. We can have workflows. These things that take everything that I taught them when it comes to getting clear, going from overwhelmed to putting their business on rinse and repeat, to from the systematic place, strategic place, to a point of implementation using this software. So I have touch points where you can help them. Now, you never really want to be in a situation or in a position where you're working with someone and it's just a one-time thing. You got them, now you're done. You want to build them. You want to take them through a process. Yes, your customers at some point may leave, right? They may go. But when you have clarity in that thing that service or that product that you're providing them, trust me, they love coming back to you because you can keep them in a growing thing. So I take them from strategy to implementation. Now, to implement, I put them in my software. Some people don't want to go on the software, but I still can assist them strategically through processes, systems, workflows, and the things that they need on whatever platform they're using. Again, when you acquire that customer, you need them to feel and know that they can trust that you're going to deliver and you can help them take their life in their business to the next level. So that's how I incorporate customer acquisition. We're going to dive deeper into it because I now want to provide with you all 7 practical tips for my female CEO consultants, service professionals, coaches, whatever field you're in as a female CEO. I'm going to provide you these 7 practical tips or ideas that I believe you really truly need to have in your business as you acquire these customers and to help put their business on rinse and repeat. Also to help grow your business. If you are just now joining me, my name again is Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady over at Let's Talk Strategies. You're joining me here today for day 16 of the strategic leadership mastery. I'm walking you through mastering things as a leader. If you're a business owner, you are a leader, and you must master every level of your business so that you can have that sustainable growth in the end. And our topic today is all on building lasting relationships through seamless customer acquisition. These last particular, this is day 3 of the series inside of the series, although we're on day 16. So we're at day 16, but day 3 of a series inside of a series, because I was explaining earlier that I've been working these last 2 clients, these last 2 projects that I've had. These particular clients of mine, one is in leadership, who had something at the last minute not last minute, she had to go out of town and speak on stage. The other is a voice actor. She does a lot of different things in that voice area. We had strategy sessions, and as we had the strategy sessions, now we begin to implement, but they struggled in areas of having understanding with lead gen, lead conversion, and now we're at customer acquisition. And we're going to touch on that today, and I am going to give you all some tips that you can use to get your customer acquisition in play, lined up the right way. If you'd like to join us over in the Get Your Sass On community, you can join us over at GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. Let's go ahead and let's get started with tip number 1 of one of the 7 practical tips that I believe you really truly need as a successful female CEO as it pertains to customer acquisition. And that is, y'all, we need to craft a seamless onboarding process. Yes, we do. It needs to be smooth. When you get that client, they pay you. You need the onboarding process to run smooth. There needs to be a smooth journey to lead them through that purchase that they gave to you. So they opt in. You gave them a checklist. You gave them a guide. They're signing up for a VIP day. They're signing up for a strategy session. When you get that information from them, from a landing page or your website, they go in, they either sign up and get on your calendar, they give you their email address, phone number, and name. They prayerfully, because you have it automated, they give you something, you give them something. But before they get it, or after they get it, they should get what next? Some sort of welcome, right? Seamless onboarding. Give them that welcome information. Thank them for, purchasing the product or the service, and then welcome them to whatever this is you're doing. That way they know, hey, you just didn't get my money and I don't know what's happening next, right? Now, the second practical tip is that you definitely need to make sure you deliver the wow factor, initially. That first experience, they need to feel wow. Make that first moment memorable for your customers. First impression is the last impression. Wow them. We know we're in business, of course, to make a profit. So we know we're in business to sell. If you're not selling, it's a hobby. But you need to make sure you wow them, make them know they made the best decision to be there with you. That's another practical tip. That was practical tip number 2. Now, practical tip number 3. I'm emphasizing, I think I want to go more or less, I guess it does. It emphasizes on value. Give them value. Showcase the value of your offers, right? Really. Don't give them junk, even if it's an irresistible free offer. IFO, for those of you that may see it out there like that. Make sure it's something of value. I don't care too much about being on your newsletter if it's not nothing that's going to give me anything that I can take my life and my business to the next level. So in this instance, this practical tip number 2, the emphasis is on value. Deliver valuable products, services, checklists, whatever you're giving them, give them something of value. Plain and simple. Nobody wants to give you their email address and you're just giving them junk. Okay. I've seen it. I see it all the time. Give them the good. So when you do have something that they are ready to, that you want them to pay for, they're jumping for joy at it. I'm out here. This is day 16. I'm out here giving you, I'm not patty caking the processes anymore. I'm giving you what I believe you need to be a strategic leader, this female CEO in business. To grow her business, you got to have the fundamentals to take your life and your business to the next level. Now, I generally will ask you all also, before I give you the next tip, if you have any suggestions, any questions about the topic of discussion as it pertains to us elevating our businesses and building lasting relationships through seamless customer acquisitions, leave it in the comment section. Ask your questions. Leave how you do it. Share your tips. This gives you an opportunity to showcase your expertise. It's enough business for you and me. Share it with us. And if you're not that woman that likes to leave it open so everybody can see it, but you want a more intimate setting, feel free again to join us over in the Get Your Sass On community, GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. I keep getting ready to say challenge, y'all. I think I'm going to have to get ready to kick back off that 5-day challenge soon because it keeps popping out of my mouth. Now, let's go ahead and let's get back to, I believe we were on practical tip number 4. And this one is extremely important as well. As a matter of fact, all of them are important. Sync your departments together. Sync them up. What do I mean? If you have team members and you got somebody in your marketing team, your sales team, your whatever teams you got set up, make sure that that they're on the same page. Okay. Collaborate across departments if you can. I call that cross collaboration. Make sure that it's cohesive with your customer acquisition strategy. Make sure everybody's on the same page. So whatever touch point I have when it comes to my marketing, it flows well with the next phase, which is we're marketing because at the end result is to get a sale, right? To get somebody to opt in, to get somebody to become a customer, to get them to do something. Get them to sign up for maybe possibly a VIP day, a free strategy session so that you can begin to nurture that relationship to take them to the next level. Make sure again that your departments are syncing, that one is not disconnected from the other. Because once I get finished with whatever it is I'm doing, they sign up. If my workflows are set up, if my follow-up systems are set up, if my marketing, all those things are set up right, one is going to flow from the next thing to the next phase, from the next phase. If you don't have departments and you're a solopreneur, a solo female entrepreneur, it's okay. Remember, marketing, sales, whatever these departments are that you have, each position you're doing, social media posting, those are all, can be all separate departments. You can still separate them in your business. I always talk about writing the vision and making it plain so then the CEO can run with it. You need to have clarity. Get things out of your head down on paper. Write them down. Throw them. Marketing, social media, all these different departments, and put the things up under them that needs to take place so you can see it clearly so you can know your next steps. Right? When this happens, I need this to happen next. It's like when I'm designing somebody's websites, because that's been going on this week. I've had so many website clients as well, and I have to walk them through that strategic process so that when I design a website, it makes sense. The whole thing is when they land on your website, what do you want them to do next? What do you want to happen next? People get all upset when they pay you tens of thousands, 6,000, 5,000, 10,000. 1,000 to build them a website, and they get upset because nobody's coming to it because there's no method to the madness. It's no not such thing as we build it, they'll come. No, you got to put some work in. Syncing these departments together, making sure that one knows what's going on to the next, makes life much more easier. You move seamlessly through it. And it's just a way of making sure that each area of your business is cohesive, right? And it's operating well with your customer acquisition strategy. Now, I believe that was number 4. Practical tip number 5 is establish a feedback loop that keeps coming up and it's going to keep coming up. Gather insights from successful clients, acquisitions in a nutshell, clients that you've gotten, you've acquired them for continuous improvement. You need to get feedback so you can know what's going on. Hey, how are we serving you? How's this working? Did this work out well for you? Be open to the constructive criticism and feedback so you can fix it so you won't lose out. Well, yeah, it took too long for this email to come because you didn't have a follow-up in place, right? So now you got to put a follow-up. You got to have a workflow. You got to automate your business. These are valuable things that you need to know so that you can effectively move forward for that business growth, streamlining and scaling your business. So establish a feedback loop, gather those insights from your clients. Those are your acquisitions, customer acquisition, your clients, right? You've acquired them. Now, another practical tip, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're on 6. I'm going to mark that here so I'll know. Personalization is going to be key. Okay. It really, truly is. Personalize as much as you can. If you segment a list, make sure you're speaking directly to them, calling them by name. Tailor your approach to each of your customers for that personalized experience. They know if you're running a business, you got more than just them, prayerfully. If you don't, run your business like you do have more than just them, because that's setting you up for growth. Personalize it in every which way that you can. When my emails go out, it says, hello, Sally. Hello, Marie, right? If they've purchased something from me already, if they signed up something from me already, because I have a workflow together and things are automated, I'm not sending them an email that they shouldn't already have because they're already a customer. I'm only sending things to people that deal with whatever this thing is that I'm doing. So they're not getting an email about something that they're already involved in. They've already gotten a welcome. So you got to make sure you have that strategic approach and things are together. Personalizing things so you can clearly see, and their customers can know that you make them feel like it's just them, that they matter because you personalize it to them, makes them feel like they know that you're taking the time to care about what it is that they've purchased, to care about what it is that you're providing to them. So personalization is key. Tailor your approach, treat it just like that this is just only for them. Okay. Now, last but not least, that 7th practical tip. Create a lasting impression. My goal is to make sure that you know who I am, what I stand for. You also know who I serve. So you're going to know that I am a faith-based entrepreneur. So if you don't dance like that, hey, you're just not my client. My impression, you're going to know who I am from when I enter till I leave. You're going to know I'm the strategy lady. I'm here to take you from strategy to implementation. I'm here to help you go from overwhelmed to putting your business on rinse and repeat. And I love to do it in its most positive way. I'm honest with my clients, but my whole goal is to help you streamline and scale your business for business growth. So I'm always making sure that the impression that I leave you is all about the fact that I'm here to help you grow. I'm here to help you put your life in your business on rinse and repeat. We got that systematic growth going, but I do it in a positive way. So even if you got broken systems, we address that. Generally speaking, that's addressed during one of when we do a strategy audit session. I can spot instantly what's going on in your business. So leave that lasting impression. Leave your customers with that positive impression that you're encouraging them to continue to grow in their business. Long-term relationships is key. Anytime you get ready to sell something or have an event or something, when you start seeing a pattern, when you are leaving a nice lasting impression, and every time you turn around, this person bought this, now they moved on to this program and that program and the next program, you've left a lasting impression. They know that they know that they know that you know what it is you're talking about, and you're helping them get from point A to point B, all the way down to the end of the alphabet, making them feel that they matter. And also you're delivering that thing that you said you can deliver that's going to help them take their life and their business to the next level. Well, now I hope that these 7 practical tips help you here today. I shared the importance of crafting a seamless onboarding process was practical tip number 1. Practical tip number 2 emphasizes value. And I want you to make sure you deliver and that you give value and whatever it is, even if it's a freebie. That third practical tip was making sure that your departments were all synced together. They're all on the same page. Your sales teams knows what's going on with the marketing team, vice versa. And a lot of times this brings on that blend of collaboration, right? Departments can collaborate together to make sure you can reach that end goal in mind. All right. Now, that fourth practical tip was establishing a feedback loop. Keep gathering information from your clients. Make sure you do. Okay. You need to know what's working, what's not. You need that insights, right? It's part of your KPIs. And that sixth one was personalization. Personalization is key. Getting tongue tied as another practical tip. Personalize as much as you can. Make sure that that client knows that they are important. Even if you got 10, 12, 50, 100 clients, even if you got one, personalize. Start, get your systems and your processes together coming out the door. Life is going to be easier for you. I kid you not. Because as your business grows, you can grow seamlessly because you're prepared. That's all the strategic leadership mastery is all about. And that practical tip number 7 was all about creating a lasting impression. Leave your customer with a positive impression. Make sure that you're showing up the right way. Make sure that you are delivering and you're doing it all in its most positive way and that you're encouraging long-term relationships. All right. Now, as we conclude, I do want to remind you if you hadn't joined the Get Your Sass On community, my LinkedIn, Facebook, I believe it's YouTube. Heck, all my platforms where you can see me on the screen with my the slider going across. You see the Get Your Sass On community link on the page. For those of you that are over at on IG, visit GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. Join us over in the community. It's an intimate setting where you can work and communicate with other female CEOs like yourself. It's that point of accountability. We all need it. So make sure you join us over there. I'm excited to have you over there so that you can get that ongoing support that I know you desire to have. And I want you to go ahead and take these customer acquisition tips or strategies that I provided you, infuse them with your unique style, not my style, and witness the transformation for your business. I gave you my way that I did, how when I acquire the customer, how I take them from one step to the next step to the next phase and how it keeps going. Take these tips and infuse them into your, be you, but infuse them, get them into your business processes and systems, and watch how they transform your business. Don't forget also, y'all, to join us for day 17, where we will continue to unravel the intricacies of strategic leadership. Because the journey has to continue, and the insights are awaiting you, and they are truly transformational. This is Danette Moss, Business Systems Implementation Strategist, aka the Strategy Lady, over at letstalkstrategies.com, home of the SaaS Factor, where I work with those 6 and 7 figure female CEOs. Y'all, I work with them to go from overwhelming their business to putting it on rinse and repeat. In a nutshell, I help them get their SaaS on in their business, and that's to simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline their business for business growth. We got to get there. So we go from strategy to implementation. Implementation is taking action. I'm all about helping you take action in your business. Okay. If you're that one that needs that type of service, feel free to hit me up. You can go down in a DM. Let's have a conversation. Go over to Let's Talk Strategies. You can go ahead and schedule a free, or I like to say complimentary strategy session with me so we can see where you are in your business. I also want to encourage you to go back, listen to all of the days. We're on day 16 of this awesome strategic leadership mastery session. These last couple days, we've had a series inside of a series. Monday, I believe we dealt with lead gen. Yesterday, it was lead conversion. Today is customer acquisition. We need you to get these things in place and to, in order for you to have the success that I know you desire to have in your business. Well, all right, y'all. I'm a little 7 minutes over my time. I like to try to keep it within a 30-minute window, 30 minutes or less. So I'm not going to keep you. Thanks so much for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow for day 17 as we continue on the journey of our strategic leadership mastery series. Tomorrow is going to be the series of the series, day 4 inside of our series, where we're going to talk about something else that can help you literally move that needle forward in growing your business. Until next time, y'all take care. And thanks so much for joining me.